Good morning. Over the course of the next 7 days, we're going to be taking a look each day at one of the 7 letters that Jesus writes to the 7 churches. And we're going to be pulling out one thing that Jesus has to say to each of those groups of people in John's letter of Revelation. And so today we're going to be looking at the church in Ephesus. And so to get this started, I want you to consider, have you ever found yourself in a place where you volunteered to do something and then over time become burned out? The joy that you had, that sense of being energized by the service that you were giving at first, have you seen that fade over time? I think everybody's been there at one time or another, and that happens for a variety of reasons. But hear this letter to the church in Ephesus. So Jesus says, "To the angel of the church in Ephesus write, the words of him who holds the 7 stars in his right hand, who walks among the 7 golden lampstands. I know your works, your toil and your patient endurance, and how you cannot bear with those who are evil, but have tested those who call themselves apostles and are not, and found them to be false. I know you are enduring patiently and bearing up for my name's sake, and you have not grown weary. But I have this against you, that you have abandoned the love you had at first. Remember, therefore, from where you have fallen, repent, and do the works you did at first. If not, I will come to you and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. Yet this you have: you hate the works of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To the one who conquers, I will grant to eat of the tree of life, which is in the paradise of God." Jesus says there, you have forgotten your first love. The deeds of the people in Ephesus, they had grown empty because their desire behind them was empty. See, it's way too easy to become a slave to Christian service instead of being in love with the one who we are called to serve. When we forget that, we forget the price that's been paid for our salvation and let self-centeredness or apathy steal our joy, our service becomes empty. See, what we do will never be as important as who we serve. So if we're too busy doing the things doing things for Jesus, that we're not spending time with him, then we're no different than the church in Ephesus. See, our relationship with Jesus, it grows as we read the scriptures. It grows as we spend time in prayer and worship. And those things come first. See, Jesus has already done everything for us, everything that's necessary. Everything else we do, every Christian act of service for a fellow human being, it flows from that first love. Have a great day.